I'm here at the Planet Fitness. Their bathroom is broken, so I got this place all to myself for right now. Don't nobody really want to take showers in the trailer, and that's not really true. You know, the truest homeless people, they don't take a shower wherever they can. And I'm a member of this gym. Water not intended for drinking purposes. It almost makes me scared to brush my teeth with it. So I'm not gonna brush my teeth with it. I was gonna shave, but it's best that I shower first, then I go inside and shave. The bathroom still works. I might shave out here though. We'll see. Yeah, I might as well shave in here. It's a trash can right there. My clippers are right here. I can't use my cordless clippers. Hell, I cut my hair too. So I'm gonna go set this camera up over there so they can see me. And I'll get a little quiet for right now. I'll turn those on when I start showering and using water. But this way I can be recorded much better and make this YouTube what I really want it to be. A way to teach people how to do things they've never been taught. For many years, I wanted to write a book called What Mama Couldn't Teach Me. Hard Lessons from a Hard Life. But now, I can make another TV series, video series, What Pops Couldn't Teach You. He never had a chance to teach you. He just wasn't around. Your mom and him just couldn't get along long enough to cohabitate. So what I'm gonna do first with these clippers, these are Cut Buddy clippers, and these are basically clippers for you to do your own haircuts. So I turn this number up to the highest to 2 millimeter, make this guard go out, then I'll trim all my hair off, always going with the grain of your hair. Your face, the grain usually goes however you're gonna brush it. And naturally, especially if you're a black man with black hair, your hair swirls out from the center. So usually you brush it this way, easiest way to train your hair to get braids. Also, when you're cutting it, you cut exactly the way that you're gonna brush it. Don't go to the side, don't do none of that. Cut with the grain and your hair will grow in its natural pattern. Avoid kinks and other problems that might arise. Now I drive Uber for a living, and I don't have a place to live and charge this up. So I could charge this on an Uber ride, especially a very long one. A lot of Uber rides could take up to 2 hours. Easy. Keep it plugged up that entire time. That'll be good charging. But at the same time, you don't want to put too much on your battery, your car battery. Don't ever leave anything plugged in while the engine is cut off. Not if you live in your vehicle. You can't afford to do that. You wake up with a dead battery in the middle of nowhere, you might really be screwed. As you see, I'm cutting with both hands. because I got two different sides of my head. It's one good reason that it's good to practice everything with both hands. If you're a right-handed person and you throw with your right hand all the time, if and when you have to throw with your left hand, you'll throw like a girl. Even though that saying is becoming more and more obsolete, because a lot of these girls are athletic and these boys are not. And like I say, you always cut your hair the exact same way you brush it. So like me, when I'm doing the back hair, I don't even have to see it because I've brushed my hair for so many years. I know exactly how I brush my hair. Also, I used to want to switch up with both hands. And common courtesy is always the best way. You always clean up after yourself. I went to a program called Christian Boot Camp. And in that program, also I should be using a brush. Go over it, look at it. Also, even though you're a homeless man, you always need a handheld mirror. Of course, I have some. Holy shit, I think I left my truck unlocked. That's the good thing about this trailer. Keys it. Can't find my fucking keys. Fuck. Gotta run to my truck. Oh, they're right here. Still gotta run to my truck, make sure it's locked. Oh, I didn't know you could pause this recording. Yeah, I didn't know you could pause with this camera. I've been doing it with my other camera, but that comes in handy. So I also grabbed a brush while I was out there. And ultimately, You could brush your hair any way that you want to. It's always easiest to train it with the natural grain. And again, the natural grain goes from the center on out. And you will get those 360 waves. This is a cheap brush, but it's a wave brush, nice hard bristles. Another reason that we look younger when we take care of ourselves, constantly exfoliating when you got access to your scalp. The dreadlocks, I had dreadlocks for most of the past 20 years, but I've been cutting my own hair for maybe 4 years, probably less than that, going on 4 years probably. Now, you start with the biggest grain possible. Some people could have maybe chosen to put some guards on there and maybe try to cut a certain hairstyle. Me, I don't have time for all that. I live out of my vehicle. So, it's best to take advantage of situations like this when I get to come inside and chill. And I do not charge this in my vehicle. You can, but I don't, and I wouldn't recommend it. You want to be very careful with if you live in your vehicle, you want to be careful with that electrical system. A lot of times those electrical systems get fried, but that's because people live in them. They try to put an inverter in there or a converter. Can't remember which one goes in the cigarette lighter. But whichever one of those it is, that thing, you're going to kill your battery, you're going to kill your electrical system. You're going to fry a lot of wires if you try to have a lot of stuff like this plugged into your car, even if it's just charging. If you actually got it plugged in while you're shaving, of course your car wasn't made for that. It could do it, but things will need to be replaced. And I haven't changed the guard at all. I'm just going over everything, trying to get all the loose little hairs. And this is pretty decent exercise too, and a chance to stretch your range of motion. Working out doesn't beat work. And bodybuilders often make, damn, I should have grabbed a mirror while I was out there. But it's kind of good that I didn't, so I could show secret number 2 to doing stuff like this. Turn on your camera. Turn on your front-facing camera. Oh wow. Oh wow. Boy, did I mess up. The way I cut my hair, you set yourself up to cut a big old bald spot once you start going the opposite direction. And I did. I got a big old bald spot in the middle of my head. Jeez. Boy. Okay, this thing's in the way. Alright, enough with the tutorial. Son of a bitch. And at the end of the day, if you cut a big old bald spot in your head like this, you can just shave everything bald. Now, I'm not going to do that because one, okay, so I did real bad in the back of my head, but it ain't too bad because now I'm going to take it down to its lowest setting, from 2 all the way down to 0.8. And then I'm going to start blending it in, this time looking and thankfully the accident is on the right side, and that's probably why it's on the right side. I probably pressed really hard at some point. But that is mostly gonna come from cutting against the grain, especially since I'm cutting everything else with the grain. And I might have to, it's looking like I'm gonna have to cut a lot of stuff with the grain. But it's okay. Especially since I'm recording and teaching. It is hard to see up in here. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. I went this way. That's what happened. Camera shut off on me, but that's okay. Forgot I got a bigger camera right here. Okay, so I really sincerely messed up. So what I'm finna do right now, I am finna shave myself bald. But my waves up top are my nicest waves. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna shave straight from the back to the front. What that means is, all of this is gonna be against the grain, getting shaved as bald as possible. And this is gonna be cleaning my waves up. And observe. And I'm gonna have to put alcohol on my scalp. All of this when I'm going against the grain. Doing this is the easiest way to cut yourself. Usually with clippers like this that are designed to do home amateur haircuts, they usually won't cut you. If they're cutting you, there's some rust in there. Might as well freshen up on your tetanus shot if you have a doctor. Or if you can get a tetanus shot some way. And the rest of this, I'm gonna go the way I plan on brushing my hair. And I'll be wearing my stocking cap. continuing down onto my face. Or if you shave a certain style in, this will be the time to just go ahead and hit that, especially since you have the guard on its closest setting. And it's always good to brush away the hairs. You can use a hairbrush like this, or the little sweeper brush that it comes with. But always a brush that's just dedicated to hygiene, usually personal hygiene. That's a good thing about shaving yourself. All of your hygiene products are used on you and only you. I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna separate my goatee. And for doing that, puts the clippers in, and I go down and I make the shape. And I plan on cleaning it up real good. So I'll focus on that in a second. Also, I have some plug-in clippers that I could take inside, and they have plugs in the bathroom in the gym. Just the showers don't work. And when I say clean up, I mean clean up. Make it to where eating could be cleaner. Then you want to clean this up, make it even as possible. Line up right above your lips.
Anyone in here?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's plenty of room. Oh, we're just gonna lock up.
Yeah, you sorry about that, man. The AC not running?
No, I just turned them off because I'm recording a video,
Oh, sorry.
so I can hear myself.
Sorry.
The AC ain't blowing, and I ain't touched the AC, but I did turn the fans off. That young man don't need to worry. He will be edited out. Now all I gotta do is double check with that back mirror. Always shave your ears. That's what I'm doing right now, especially as a 42-year-old man. You're gonna have hairy ears. And after I finish cutting my hair, like I said, clean up after myself. If he didn't look in here, nobody would ever know when I cut my hair in here, unless they watch this video. That's how well I clean up after myself. I went to a program called Christian Boot Camp when I was really young. And they taught us to leave a place better than you found it. That was a rule when it came to camping, as far as clean up your campsites. And I learned that rule. He didn't just teach us that for camping, that was for everything. When we cleaned everything, it was for pay attention to detail and do a good job. Why do a half-ass job? Somebody gonna do a half-ass job, why not leave it to a half-ass motherfucker? You dig? Let's see how I look. I look like I need to get cleaned up quite a bit more. And you're still keeping your waves in mind, not even so worried what it looks like. Because like I say, you can wear a stocking cap or a do-rag. Yeah, this little bald spot I did. Well, I forgot. I was cutting all this against the grain. Okay. I need glasses. And my glasses would have been nice right here. All right, there we go. And that's how you cut your hair. Now, when you get in the shower, wash your hair good. And you just cut your hair, so you could do at least one rinse and repeat. You lather with the grain. And you leave it there. And again, it's good. I use my brush, and that's a good thing about that cheap brush. It's all plastic, so I can get it wet with me. It's not a boar bristle brush, which is good and important if you want to brush waves in your head. But this brush is perfect for now because I could clean off these clippers, which they got all the little hairs, and of course I use grease or lotion sometimes. I use lotion on my scalp. Now that I have access to my scalp after years of having dreadlocks, I put good lotion on my scalp sometimes. And that's what I did last time, some shea butter, some real shea butter. But anyway, wash your hair, rinse and repeat a couple times, especially since you did this. If you got a plastic brush, get up in there and brush it with the way you're gonna do your bristles. I shave my mouth and my face, clean all that up. Try to get everything in the trash can. And when you finish, the washcloth and the towel that you dry off with is what you can clean that floor with. Don't worry about it getting dirty because you're going to wash it and sanitize it before you use it again. Always have plenty of towels. If you live on the streets, towels can double as so many things. first aid, tourniquets, band-aids. 47 years old. Still look like I'm ready for the track team or basketball. And I bang. I'm a little dude, but I bang hard when I play. From Chicago. And this is how you learn to sweep when you locked up. Your mama ain't in prison with you to clean up after you. You know, a lot of people be on television or on YouTube giving prison advice. But I rarely see them say what I'm about to tell you right now. And it's rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3. Respect, motherfucker. You be respectful, you demand respect, and you always carry yourself as a man. Let everything about your body language, your posture, your thoughts when you thinking, it's about being a man. And how you came in there a man, and you're gonna leave there more of a man than when you came. That's what it's all about. Don't do time without knowing that it's gonna try to do you back. And don't let it do you. You do your time. You don't let your time do you. And you'll be all right as long as you're respectful. Respect the game. Being afraid is not usually good for nothing, man. You fear nothing but God. You don't fear snakes, you respect them. You know what they're capable of, you know what you're capable of. You give them their distance. When they posturing and hissing, move around. If a rattler is rattling, leave them alone. You know, be respectful. If a rattler is rattling, leave them alone. That's real talk. I'm in the part of Texas right now where we have rattlesnake season sometime. And by rattlesnake season, I mean rattlesnakes are literally popping up out of the ground. Just like mushrooms or something. It's raining and you see something growing out of the ground. That ain't no flower, that's a snake. Baby rattler. And the babies are pretty harmless unless they bite you. But you shouldn't let them bite you. They're just little babies and you're a human. If you respect them in their environment and you know when they're being born, everything could be all gravy and all copacetic. You respect them. You respect that man in the next cell. You respect the man in the bunk over next to you. But like I say, you also demand your respect. You also demand your respect. I came in a man, and I'm gonna leave more of a man than when I came in. Think respect. Every day you earn a respect or you're losing respect. And one way to be respected is to take care of yourself and let people know that nobody has your back more fiercely than you. You gotta be your own #1 advocate, your best friend, your #1 supporter, and your agent. You only got one life. And it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Take your time, pace yourself, and do whatever it takes to get where you gotta go.